players in the whole program, like holding each other accountable, not accepting anything less than what we think is the standard, and holding it to that every day. That's how it's been.
Throughout your tenure, I mean, have you seen any changes in just how Coach Harbaugh has been? I mean, you guys, back when you joined the program, you guys were getting signed with stars events. He was pretty active on social media and such. Going off of this social media grid, so to speak. Has he changed it, personality-wise a little bit from your time?
Social media is so not real. I mean, seriously though, like, I know it's different, as a coach, like, it's different, but at the end of the day, he hasn't changed. He's still Coach Harbaugh, just because he posted a little bit less doesn't mean he changed, That's, like, those posts is for people to see.
But yeah, it seemed like you guys were doing a little bit more publicity events, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from, but he hasn't changed.
Josh, I wonder if you could fill us in about Joe Kilo a little bit. Obviously, we've known him for
F1, F2.
for several months now.
We talk about it.
Strengths and his traits that stand out, things that you grabbed onto.
That's another guy, like, you love to be coached by somebody like George. Seriously, he's a really, really great guy. Not even like great coach, and honest, and real, and a great teacher, and like lets that known every day of what our standard is. Lets it be known of how you need to improve, where you can improve, and let's do it. And he teaches it in a way where you can receive it. Anybody can receive it. I love Coach Hilo for real. And like I said, I'm glad we got the coaches we have now.
I know Coach McDonald is the coordinator of the whole unit, but he's the linebackers coach. I just wonder, do you sense that he's a little bit more in tune with you guys than maybe the yellow back, or is it pretty?
Can you repeat that one more time?
So Coach McDonald, strong background in coaching linebackers. I just wonder if you feel like he's more in tune with your group, or is it even across the whole group?
It's pretty even across the board. I would say a little bit more for back because he's a backward coach, but even. DC.
Really heavy conversation on the first game, so it's not going to be a next play. A team like Michigan State was heavy. They lose almost 30 guys in the portal, they bring almost 20 in, and you're one of your former teammates. Just kind of from afar, how hard is it to be to get a feel for a team that has so much turnover, bringing in guys from different programs and don't really know what that's about?
I mean, we don't want.
So your question is like due to them bringing in the people they brought in?
Yeah, just like going into the season, everybody picks them. A lot of people pretty much but they have so much roster turnover. How you kind of, I know you're not playing them week one or anything, but how hard is it to kind of look at them and figure out what they're going to be with all the
replay? You don't want to get guys down for sure. We will fumble.
Honestly, just strap up and let's play versus them. Honestly, like let's ride. To be honest, that's pretty much what I gotta say. Yeah.
If you have replay, we have a tendency to let the play go through.
Coach Harbaugh was talking about the defensive staff and how they're so cohesive and they work together and ideas are bouncing around. Have you kind of sensed that they're kind of working together as a full unit? Obviously,
yes.
You guys,
really, really well too. Working as a unit, really, really well. Like it's not just Mike McDonald. It's not, what I'm saying? It's not just one person. It's everybody. Like we're a unit, we're a whole, and we all work together. You know what I'm saying? Even as players, even as coaches, like it's always the same energy, but they've been working really, really well together. I'm looking forward to getting in camp and continually, not only them working together, but us as a whole working together and growing and becoming like really, really good.
They were implementing and obviously still are, a new system.
Yeah.
Have you had any input as a guy who's been here a long time, and have you helped out Coach McDonald or Coach Hilo a little bit as they kind of get acclimated to Michigan?
Replay helps.
Of course, yeah. Like when you're a coach, you come in like you depend on your leadership. You depend on your veteran leadership. So yeah, of course. But I'm just happy to have those guys in and learn from them guys and kick it with them every day and talk to them and keep growing and building, man, because they're really good dudes and good coaches.
Aiden said he was in Coach McDonald's office for about an hour and a half just talking about life, a bunch of different things. Do you feel like you can do that with this kind of staff? And
Exactly. I mean, I did the same thing with Coach McDonald. Like, I remember, I can't remember exactly what it was, if it was after spring ball.
In fact, I have a rules committee.
Before, but we was on the phone for about an hour and a half, just talking about life, chopping it up, kicking it. Like, of course, football in there as well, but just being able to comfortably talk to your coach for that long,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that says a lot.
have you noticed that help you out on the field, like grasp the information they're trying to, if you can connect with him, and he's getting through to you, does that kind of help you guys process the information better, or even play better on the practice field so far? But
Yeah, I feel like the better relationships the coaches have with their players, the more trust from everybody. I personally feel so. Yeah.
When the coaching changes first happened, were you worried about it at all? I mean, that's like a big changeover. You guys obviously with 4 out of 5 new defensive coaches. What was your initial reaction to it? Because sometimes change is hard,
I'm not gonna say I was worried about it, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, I made a decision. I was coming back way before Coach Brown was gone. I had to. Like, it was a no-brainer to me, because it's like, that wasn't Michigan. Not only was that not Michigan, like, I felt I could play better. We felt like we could play better. We felt like we could do better. I'm coming back. So when Coach Brown got fired, and we received, so going into, I'm not gonna say I was worried, but I definitely was thinking about it and looking, and you know what I mean? Like, 'cause I don't really know anything that much. I don't really know, but got the perfect guys.
So, it sort of sounds like you're talking about you guys do feel like just the change was good, sort of like the new energy, the new voices.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. Not only change, but just turning that page, that COVID page, all that filth, all that. Turning the page and growing from all that. Looking ourselves in the mirror and not letting that happen ever again.
So that you said that wasn't Michigan.
It wasn't Michigan.
Is that something you guys say, or just that's what everybody in that locker room feels?
That's what we feel, sincerely. That wasn't Michigan. 2-4, whatever. That's whatever. 2-6, whatever. It's not Michigan. That's not Michigan at all, and that's not how we about to play here. And that's not what we about to do here, because we know we better at it.
Because that happened to like several teams in college football last year. It was nuts for everybody. We know that. And I think it's, as fans get ready for the season, sometimes like, well, should I take last season into account when I'm thinking about what this team's going to do this year? And what would you say to that? If people said, well, they were 2-4, I don't know about these guys.
I would say just turn the TV on and watch what we've been doing. Watch the work we've been putting in. That's all I'm gonna say to that, because I can't control what people think.
But I've heard a couple of you guys say that now, that like it almost sounds like you're angry about the fact, like, that's not Michigan, and I want to prove that that's not Michigan. The idea that can never happen again.
Yeah.
No advance.
Yeah.
That's real. Okay.
Yeah, like, that wasn't Michigan. Not only just from the outside eye, but from the inside out. That just wasn't Michigan. It wasn't Michigan culture. It wasn't how we conduct things. We win. Like, we don't play like that. We don't play that bad. That's not us. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, tough year. COVID, all that. It was a tough year, but we learned from it, and that was the best thing that could have happened to us, and I'm glad it did. And keep stacking day to day. We're gonna be in a good place, and I can't wait for camp. Seriously, like, I'm really excited.
And I mean, you're speaking for your team, right? That,
I'm speaking
that's
for
how everybody's feeling.
That's how everybody's feeling. I'm speaking for my team, defense, offense, coaches, everybody. We all excited. It's time to go get it.
When it comes to the
you can feel the frustration from you about this, right? I mean, but it's real. It's because you're passionate about it, right? This is real emotion. Like, that's not us. And that seems like a great motivator for a team.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. That's how we feel. It wasn't.
How do you feel like Cade has been doing so far? You've been obviously seeing him from the other side of the ball when it comes to him being your QB1.
Cade's gotten better, man. And like I said, he's really, really grown as a leader. Really, really grown as a leader. And he always had leadership in him. He was always a leader. Like, that's how he carried himself. That's how he moved. always a hard-working guy. But this year, he really kind of took it up a notch, you know? Like, he took it to that third gear, you know, that third gear of really growing and maturing. And it's been a great thing to see. I can't wait to see him go out there and go get it.
So something in practice that he's done that made you say, okay, wow, like you saw him hit that third gear. Did he do maybe something against you personally that you know weren't too proud of, maybe?
I would say just his consistency, for real. He's consistent. He doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. Like, doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. He's consistent, and he does his job. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you need. You need you need a quarterback that's you can count on and depend on, not only as a leader, but as, you know, like just his play too. Like, that's what you need, and that's what K brings.
Josh, if down the road in the next few years, it looks like the playoff is going to be expanded, what would it take, you think, for the players to have like a voice with, you know, whether it's health and safety concerns about the number of games?
Honestly, I like that. I like the idea from a stand. I know it's more games, but you gotta think about what our goal is as players. It is to win. It is to win a championship. It's to make it to the NFL. You know, the more opportunities, especially elevated opportunities like that, like it's more of an opportunity to reach your goals and your dreams, and it gives maybe snubs an opportunity to play football. Because at the end of the day, you can still lose, you can still win. Like, it ain't nothing changed. Like, you got a game plan, you got to come to play because you can still get beat if you own BS. So I think it's a good opportunity, honestly.
Is there a point where, I mean, is there a, you know, where too many games is too much, and especially, you know, you're not pros, you're not being paid for.
Yeah. I mean, but and I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the idea, honestly. Yeah, okay. But I'm gonna be long going out of college by the time that happens. So.
I want to phrase this the right way. So right now in the playoff, right? I mean, pretty much you've got to win your conference to get in. I mean, there's been like one exception, but Ohio State's really good, right? They're tough to get by. It doesn't mean you guys can't beat Ohio State. But if you go to 12, then maybe 2 Big Ten teams can make the playoff, or even 3 some year. Like, do you like that part of it? That, like, you can be a really good team, but maybe we have 2 awesome teams in our conference this year, and we both have a shot at the national title.
Opportunity. That's all it is. That's all that is. It's just opportunities. Elevate. You know, I love that. Like you were saying, like, being able to represent and, you know, have more than one Big Ten, like, that's cool, but it's just those opportunities from teams that are snubbed, for teams that are ranked in that top 10, top 12, whatever, an opportunity to play a great team, to be seen, and to potentially beat that team and make it to the championship. Like, it's just opportunity. Like, why not? Why not have playoffs?
Well, right now,
why not?
we were kind of leaders in
Mike Moore was Sports Child, man. When you said last year wasn't Michigan football, trust me, it's go blue all day for me, so I feel you when you said that.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, believe.
Yes, sir.
What we need to do, man, I need to know on the defensive side of the ball, man, we need to contain Ohio State, man. They've been kind of running the scores up, man. I don't like watching that, man. We have a great defense. So I'm trying to play the coaching staff with everything starting to gel mesh under new defensive coaches. Trying to see if there's anything that we're doing differently to kind of maybe stop some of these high-powered offenses like Ohio State.
Ohio State's on our mind every day. Every day. And the way we beat them,
but I think there's some
it's not then, it's today. It's today, it's tomorrow, it's the next day. It's the days. You stack those days up and you look up. You know what I'm saying? All these days, like I've been saying, just winning those days and attacking every single day and getting better. Look up and we in a position we want to be in, you know? And that's how we're going to do that. So,
absolutely. I wasn't even worried about last year. It was a tough year. Michigan State, I ain't even worried about that this year.
Right now, it's been
for sure, bro.
Ohio State, man.
Yes, sir.
Josh, you talk about how Ohio State's on your mind every day. The perception of Michigan was that you guys didn't take the game seriously enough. Now that you guys have done the things to think about Ohio State every day, do you feel like, in hindsight, you guys could have done more day in and day out in the past to emphasize that game?
The energy is unmatched there. Every time I go home,
worked our butt off every year I was here, you know. I would say negativity kind of like, I would say negativity is why we kind of crumbled the way we did in certain years I was here. But at the end of the day, the past is the past. It's time for the new. What we gonna do next year? Past the past. We know what happened in the past. Like, we know what happened last year. We know that feeling we get thinking about last year, about all that. Like, we know all that. What we about to do this year? Like, what we about to do in winter, spring, summer, leading up into camp, what we about to go into now in a couple of weeks. And it's just like, it's exciting. We're in a good place. And we've been working, so.
And then we saw the picture in the weight room of, what are you doing to beat Ohio State today? Do you feel like the gap between the perception is that Ohio State prepared for that game more than you guys did? Do you feel like that perception is starting to change, that you guys are preparing for that game every single day?
Can you repeat that question one more time?
The perception from the outside is that Ohio State prepares for that game every day more than Michigan prepares for that game. Do you feel like that's starting to change?
As far as perception?
Yeah.
I can't control people's perception. Like, I know how people perceive Michigan from outside looking in. I know. Like, I get it. Like, I understand coming off of last year, but it ain't about them. It's about us. It ain't about what people perceive. It's about how we play. Like, that's what it comes down to. So that's how I feel.
You talked about last year about even from the inside, there wasn't Michigan. And Aiden talked about a culture he wanted to change. How important is that to you to be part of that, changing the culture, getting kind of Michigan back to what it was?
It's so important, It means a lot. And it's been exciting just going through the days, getting better, building relationships, and then getting to a period of us about to go to camp. It's really, really exciting. And I can't wait to show everybody what we kind of been doing,
So far, not so much.
Josh, I know you're. I wanted to ask you to speak about Mike Brown a little bit. I know you're not him, but I assume you know a good bit about what he's doing.
Yeah.
With the Viper position gone now and Don Brown gone about skiing, what's he doing differently now? You mentioned he's up to 230. I think a little bit heavier. Just how's his game changing? What's he going to do differently?
He's playing inside. He's playing inside. He gained some weight. Still might be. Still athletic. Still can move. All those traits he had. But just getting better. Being more used to being really, really inside, like as a middle backer. Blocks, getting better taking on blocks, getting better get off blocks. Like, he always had the speed. But one thing with Mike B, that he's really, really gotten better is just his focus every day. In my opinion. And dialed in. He's been dialed in. And not only him, just as a collective, everybody just kind of been dialed in. That's like the culture kind of thing. Like, that's how it feels, Like, it's been dialed in. He's gonna have a really good year.
How much have you maybe personally taken he's doing something closer to what you do than maybe he did before?
What you mean?
In terms of like the actual position of his job, I get that closer to what you do than he used to. You bringing him along.
Oh yeah, I got
teaching him certain things, techniques, ideas, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he still has experience, and he still knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has experience, and we know he knows what he has to get better, and he works at it every day. We have great coaches, you know what I'm saying? But as far as a leader for me, it's just about holding him to the standard I know he's capable of every single day, which I try to do. Mike B's a great player. He's gonna be really, really good. Well, he is already. He's already a really, really good linebacker, and he's gonna show this year what he can do. Yeah. Yeah, so it's funny because before I get into that, Mike Hart was literally my favorite player as a kid. So we got him in. I was really, really excited. I played running back, all that. But Hassan is a baller. Like, Hassan is a guy that is just a football player. Run the ball, tenacious runner, like able to be crafty and kind of have balance and get out of situations that you kind of like, how did he get out of that? You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, not only is he a good running back, he's also a guy that's gonna go on special teams and earn it. You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of guys you want on your team. Having somebody like Mike Hart on staff with him, it's only gonna help. And I can't wait to see, what comes with that.
Aiden was talking about how he's excited to see you in practice going against offensive linemen who are 100 pounds heavier than you. You lead with your head and you knock them back. What's it like to hear that from another guy in your defense?
It means a lot, man. Like, it means a lot. Just seeing, Aiden didn't really have the privilege of like being able to fully participate in this spring ball because of his injury. I can't wait to see him go out there again. Like, he is such a good player, his motor is so high, he's so athletic, his frame is so big, like, and on that edge, that's the perfect spot for him. Like, I'm just so excited to see him go out there and get it,
3 minutes left for fast, and you can't sub fast enough. And you got 12 on the field. You got 31. They make the first down. They go fast. They got all the big guys in. And I need defense.
Things I really like is athletes being able to get paid. Now, I think that's really beneficial. I think that is a positive. I think that's something that should have been happening. Things I think that's cons, I think that us as players needs to get knowledge like soon about just the taxes piece. I know everybody's not going to be millionaires, but just as far as what we can and can't do, because it's really like no knowledge. It's just like we're our own agents at this point, So I just feel like there should be more knowledge that's given from the schools now. I know it's fresh and it's the first year, and it happened July 1st. It's only a month before camp starts, but like that's something that needs to come like soon, of like just knowledge, like players being taught, okay, like the realistic, like. You know what I'm saying? Like just being taught realistically, like what this is and how to benefit from it. And also, your gameplay is the most important thing right now. You actually playing and producing, and then everything else is gonna come. I don't think it's gonna affect it. I mean, like at the end of the day, if somebody's getting more opportunities than the next, it's because they probably got a bigger name, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't think it's gonna mess up. No.
Unless it's during the game.
Are you worried it could be a distraction for the season, guys?
I'm not. Across college, I feel like it's definitely gonna be people that's distracted, for sure. That's how I feel. Just from a standpoint of that, and that's where the knowledge piece comes in. Like, I feel like people, just young guys coming in thinking, they can have all these opportunities, and it's gonna happen, but in a position before they play, like trying to reach out to people. Like, no, just focus on playing and producing, and then everything else will happen, But I think it's more positive than negative, of course. Like, I was always an advocate, like, why we don't get paid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want that to happen, but at the same time, it's definitely cons in there, for sure.
Josh, how do you look at this playoff right now? How do you think you look at it differently with that 12th team? Talk about already in place for this season. Because right now, obviously, Ohio State is kind of existed as a little bit of a roadblock in the Big Ten for everybody else trying to get there. It would be different if you could have a great season and still make the playoff reach and lose.
So I'll just talk about the 12 team deal. I think it's a great opportunity. I think it should happen. Just gives guys more opportunity, another opportunity, because like I was saying before, like people's goals, not only to win a championship, but personal goals. I want to make it to the NFL. That's what I want to do. And that's more opportunity on the big stage, playing a great team in front of however many people watching. More view, whatever, you can take it to the money piece, but also like as players, it's more opportunities, and it's still football. You can win, you can lose. If you don't come to play, you're gonna lose. And underdogs potentially can beat a better team. The best team in that time period is really gonna unveil. So that's how I feel.
Does it feel right now like very all or nothing? I mean, it's something that people kind of like about college.